Who is ready for a party? Who is coming to the subconscious party? If you're not living the life of your dreams right now, come remove some blocks so you live the life that you deserve, my friend. Come to the subconscious party. Okay, this is what happens when Veronica has too much green smoothie. Hello, beautiful. The third day of 21 days of soul healing with yours truly. Okay, so I'm not a rapper, not a singer, but 2021, it's all about trying. It's all about feeling this discomfort and doing it anyway. Live videos, this is really uncomfortable for me to do live videos, and this is why I'm doing, because what I have to share with you, the amount of magical wisdom that I got from working with so many clients, I want to share it with you. I want to give it to you. So therefore, I have to get over my fear of live videos and do it. All right. So the subject of today is subconscious mind. You've heard subconscious mind a million times. Hello, everybody who's joining right now. You missed my intro rapping. You can listen to it later on. So the question is, can you release pain from your subconscious mind? Can you remove blocks on the subconscious level? Can you heal your body actually from the subconscious level? Can you build the life that you truly deserve on your subconscious level? Can you reprogram your entire subconscious mind? Can you actually release childhood trauma on your subconscious level? I get these questions all the time, and the answer is yes, and definitely yes. Especially the childhood trauma, because any painful moment you had, especially in your childhood, from the moment that you were in a womb to 7 years old, when you were in theta state, you absorbed all of that straight to your subconscious mind. So all those moments, all those painful moments, you are carrying them with you in your life. And even if you understand it, clearing it and actually removing that can only be done on the subconscious level. And I will share with you why and how, and why is it so powerful. And I don't know why I'm sounding like like a radio dictator, but I'm getting this question a lot. Can you release pain? And can you do it once and for all? Because a lot of people go to therapy and they go to therapy for 5 years and they're still talking about the same problem. And why is this happening? Because majority of that work, and it's beautiful work, but it's done on the conscious mind. So before we get into it, I just want to give you a little overview of what is that subconscious mind? Why is it so powerful? And why you see all these meditations and videos and everything around. So imagine a football field, right? A ginormous football field. And imagine a ball right in the center of that field. That ball, that is your conscious mind. That is maybe 5 to 10% of your mind. The rest of the field, that is your subconscious mind. So when you read books, when you go to a workshop, when you learn a new tool, when you learn different ways to release that childhood trauma, to heal that trauma in your subconscious, to heal that trauma, to remove those blocks, you do all of that on the level of a conscious mind, which is 5 to 10%. Now, we are truly puppets to our subconscious mind. Because as much as you can learn all of that stuff, you never heal unless you do it on a subconscious level. And I keep repeating myself, subconscious level. And if you're aware, if you understand what I'm talking about, if this resonates with you, click like, say yes in the comments, let me know. so I know who I'm talking about right now. Let me get another. A dose of my energizing green smoothie. So the beauty of the subconscious mind. And for some of you that know me or have seen my stories on YouTube that I've been sharing this year, just like you, I've gone through a traumatic childhood. And even though my traumatic childhood was long ago and it was all the way in Eastern Europe, and I did everything possible to run away as far as possible, when I got to America, that followed me. So one thing I realized is that I could go across the world, be with people that I've never met before, start it all over. But those traumatic moments followed me. And it followed me in my relationships because subconsciously, I was looking and I was trying to attract the same relationships that I've had in my childhood. If it was abuse, then I was subconsciously attracting that abusive relationship. And that was the turning point in my life. I had to go through another extremely abusive relationship to be like, there's got to be another way. That is when I became obsessed of finding any type of tool to biohack my body, my mind. And I came across the tools that I'm using today to help my clients. We have somebody that wants to join the video. All right, let's do this. This will be the first. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay. Instagram. Hello. Hi, what's your name? Hold on, I think I have you on Bluetooth. Can you speak? I'm not sure I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. So that was very awkward. I got somebody joining the video who had no idea what to say. There are all kinds of people out there. But you know what? Those are small things in life. Because sometimes you attract people that always try to teach you a lesson. And that is a beautiful thing, because I'll have to figure out later on what the lesson was. So continuing on the subject of the subconscious mind, when I finally came across on the tool, which is something that I use in my coaching as well, is timeline therapy. It's a method that, let's say you're dealing with anger issues or anxiety, or somebody triggers something in you. Now, with the timeline therapy, you can go on a subconscious level to the very first time that happened. And it could be in this lifetime, sometimes could be in past lifetimes. So when you go to the root cause of that problem, you remove the emotion that you attach to that very first memory. And that, my friend, creates a domino effect. Because now all of a sudden, all the experiences from that point on to the present moment are completely shifting and altering. Have you ever met somebody? They say something to you that triggers a very painful feeling. But is it painful because that person triggered it? Or is it painful because that reminds you of every person up to that point that hurt you in that way? When you become aware of that, when you understand that whatever trigger you have, from that somebody causes a trigger in you, that is a gift, because now you can go and release it on subconscious mind from the very first point. Because majority of times in childhood, it could be as little as you wanted to play and maybe your mom wasn't available at that moment. And in your mind as a little baby, you just took it as, oh, I'm not worthy of it, or I'm not loved, or I need to do a lot of goo goo gaga and make all kinds of noises and do a lot to get that attention. So now as an adult, when you get in a relationship, then you feel like you have to do all these things just to have the attention and love. It's ingrained in our memory cell, and the only way to release those blocks, to stop repeating those patterns over and over and over again, is going back to the very first time that it happened and releasing that on your subconscious mind. So if this makes any sense to you, if you resonate with you, let me know in the comments. Say, yes, I get you, Veronica. You're not speaking Chinese to me. Or not Chinese, Cantonese, right? There was a time in my life that I actually wanted to learn Cantonese, and then everything just sounded the same to me. And I'm like, okay, I give up. It was not my thing. I focused on other languages. And if you have any questions, if some of this makes sense to you, let me know so I can help you better. But I want to give you an interesting example. So I was working with one of my clients, and we're working on the ability to feel loved and appreciated without having to do everything for the other person, right? Because we're givers, we want to earn that love, and that is beautiful. But when there is no reciprocity, it becomes hurtful after a while. So we were in a session, and we started going back to the past times to find out what was the first time he felt the need to do a lot of things just to feel loved. So we go back, I'm like, okay, what was the first time? We go back, and I'm like, is it this lifetime or a past lifetime? My client is the past lifetime. I'm like, okay, how many lifetimes ago? 20 lifetimes ago. I'm like, okay, are you a male or female? Because in past lives, you could have been a male. It's like, I'm neither. I'm like, okay, that's a first. I'm like, what are you? And my client is like, I'm a tree. Now, that was a shock to me. I'm like, okay, you're a tree. What do we do now? How do you feel as a tree? And he's like, well, I feel bad. I'm like, why? Because I don't have fruit to give to people. And that's when I realized that even as a tree, he felt the need to give something in order to feel loved or feel worthy of that love. That's how deeply ingrained that is. So understanding that, there's so many roots that blocks from the past are keeping us from having that dream life, from achieving the next level in our career, in our finances, in our loving relationships. And finding out what those blocks are, that is the key point. And when you get to work with me, we get to find those specific blocks and remove them on the subconscious level. So going back to the tree, we had to rewrite that story all over again and have my client realize that he was loved, that he was amazing just by being a tree without having to give anything. And that is difficult for a lot of people that are extreme givers to understand. And I was guilty of the same thing. I would get in relationships and I wanted to do everything and be everything for that person, because deep inside, having that trauma from my childhood, I felt like if I wasn't doing all those things, I wasn't worthy of love. So that is something I had to clear on my subconscious level, to know that I am amazing and beautiful enough and worthy enough of love. And the reason I'm saying that is because every single person goes through that. We act a certain way, we do certain things, we repeat the certain patterns, because at the end of the day, you want to feel appreciated, you want to feel loved. And sometimes we don't really know how to ask for. When you clear all those blocks on a subconscious level, when you realize how freaking amazing you are, how beautiful you are just by being you, everything becomes magic, right? You don't have to work so hard and be everything. You know that you are lovable just by being you. My message to you today is that you are a gift to the world. And I appreciate you for showing up for yourself, for watching this video, for giving yourself that time to think, to find out, to become aware. What are your subconscious blocks? Are you repeating the same patterns over and over again? Do you always feel the need to do or give just to feel loved? Are you repeating the same story in your relationships, in your business? Have you been trying to break through that ceiling to get to that level? You know you deserve it. In your mind, you understand that, but something is stopping you. Just becoming aware of that is very, very important. One thing I wanted to mention, the power of your subconscious mind. So just right now, in this moment, as you're watching this video, you are aware of up to 7 things. You're seeing me, you're hearing me, maybe you're seeing your room or whatever it is in your peripheral vision. But I bet you right now in this moment, you're not aware of your small pinky until I said it, right? There's so many things happening simultaneously that go directly to your subconscious mind. And you are only aware for up to 7 things. So knowing that, I want you to realize that the environment that you put yourself in, people you surround yourself with, all of that affects you. It affects you up to 90%. That's why oftentimes you go to a yoga class, you go to an energy healing, you go to a workshop, you feel amazing, you're pumped up, like, okay, let's go, let's do this. And then you come home, or you go around the same people, and you go back to square one. Have you asked yourself why? It's because we're puppets to our subconscious mind. And the first and the main goal of our subconscious mind is to keep us safe and supported. It doesn't know the difference between good and bad. But if we're staying safe and supported in the same little jail, can we truly grow? Can we break through that ceiling going from here to here? Probably not. And every time you're like, you know what? I see people, they're like right here, they're so happy, or they're so successful. Like, it doesn't take that much. Like, why can't I get there? Because every time you make a step, your subconscious mind is like, nope, there's nothing in the past that you did it that shows me that you can do it. Nope, stay right here. You can't do it. It's going to tell you everything possible to stop you. So to break that, you have to rewrite your subconscious mind. So first step is going back to the past, clearing all those blocks, all those traumatic emotional moments that have hurt you in the past. Once you clear that, now you can forgive. Once you forgive that, you fill your heart with love. Once you fill your heart with love, now we can create that future and travel into the future and imprint those memories of exactly how you want your life to be like. It's possible, my friend. If me, going through the traumatic childhood that I have, can become a happy person, anybody can. I promise you. It's easier and you're closer than you think. And when you're ready for this kind of work, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you and walk you through every step of the way. Because life was meant to be joyful and beautiful and happy. It was not meant for you to suffer. So I'm going to leave you with this. Know that you're beautiful. Know that you matter. Know that I love you and I appreciate you for showing up. Any friends, anybody that needs a little inspiration, tag your friends in, comment, ask me questions. I will be happy to answer them afterwards. My heart goes to you. Happy Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow.